is. Hey, I saw the results. I still woke up and chased. I'm hungry for this. I'm hungry for this. Bro. I want the world and everything in it.
Basic training is being restored to what it should be. Scary, tough, and disciplined. We're empowering drill sergeants to instill healthy fear in new recruits, ensuring that future warfighters are forged. Yes, they can shark attack, they can toss bunks, they can swear, and yes, they can put their hands on recruits. This does not mean they can be reckless or violate the law, but they can use tried and true methods to motivate new recruits, to make them the warriors they need to be.
That could be very problematic, however, in a military that is still all volunteer and has had a hands-off policy when it comes to disciplining soldiers for decades now.
So as you've seen there, our great defense secretary, again, Pete Hegseth, said they now going to put a pause on them in BMT. Let me say that again. They about to put them paws back on them in BMT. And I think it's needed. I think it's needed. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the military is.
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass. So we 0-4.
That's what the military is right now. It's ASS. The military is ASS. Let me show it to you one more time what the military is.
I mean, if we keeping a buck right now, we ass. So we 0-4.
Hey, the tried and true method works. I came into the Air Force in 2004, and I'm going to tell you right now, I had a Master Sergeant Berkey, and it was a female. She was no taller than about 5'2", 5'3". Master Sergeant Berkey would put that hand in your face. She would put that hand on your collar. She would push you around. And also, if we needed to in the dorms, we'll shoot the fair one. And nobody got in trouble. You can't teach discipline when you spare the rod. When you spare the rod, you spoil the child. God's word does not return void. And that falls in all categories. I am extremely excited for this. This gentleman is making so many positive changes. More PT tests twice a year, 5 days a week of mandatory PT. Everybody must take a test twice a year. And now he's allowing military training instructors, better known as MTIs, he is now allowing them to put them hands on these airmen, these soldiers, these sailors, these Marines, these coasties. And I always told people, nobody wanted to listen to me. And I'm not looking for an applause. I'm not looking for a tap on my back. I have said this for over a decade when I was in the military and then when I was on my way out. The military needed to go back to what it was. Good leaders in the military was silenced because of bad leaders. Before I got to the military in the early 1960s, 50s, 60s, 70s, all the way up to 2004, and I think it went into about 2006, 7, or 8, military training instructors were able to put their hands on you, and it worked. It produced some of your greatest leaders. It created some of your greatest people, and those people are usually the people who make it 20 years or more in the military. Most of your chiefs you see in the Air Force, most of the people you see make the highest rank in the enlisted side, some of your highest ranking officers, they went through hard turbulence. They went through trials. They went through tribulations. They didn't go through a basic military training where you don't get touched, where the military training instructor has to create a new word not to cuss you out. If they curse, I don't curse, so it's easy for me. But for some people who curse, they had to sit there and make up words, sound stupid in front of the public eye, because when you're in basic training, you're still marching around the base where people work every day, where families are coming to visit, and you sound stupid when you're in the BX or the base exchange, and you have to tell an airman, shut the freak up, or get yourself right, airman. Like you got to say all these proper things to make yourself sound stupid, and it holds no discipline. It holds no standard. And I'm gonna tell you right now, They couldn't even, when I came through, they could drop you on your face anytime they wanted to. And what that means is you can do push-ups, sit-ups. They can make you do any physical training thing at any moment of the day. It didn't matter about the heat. It didn't matter what was going on. Now they couldn't do that. They can only do so many push-ups a day. They can only march so long. All those things have weakened the force. We can no longer be weak. We are a country that's getting ready for war. And the war is not for the weary. And like you seen that gentleman said at the end of the video, I think this is going to affect numbers. It's a voluntary force. That military numbers have been the lowest ever they have been. You know what? I'm going to get you guys those stats. The military numbers have been extremely low. It has nothing to do with basic military training. It had nothing to do with anything about people putting their hands on it. It's always been a voluntary force. Everybody who came in, even when I came in 2004, I volunteered to serve my country. And you think that's going to affect the numbers? People just want to hear themselves talk. Let's see here. Recruit numbers over the last decade. Let's see. Here's a snapshot of recruiting numbers from 2014 to 2023. And I'm going to give you guys Air Force numbers because that's the branch I was in. And I know we were heard. So in 2014 to 2017, my recruiting period, Air Force accessions, meaning how many people actually signed contracts, it was between 27,000 to 31,000. In 2018 to 2019, the number really didn't move. It just went from 29K to 31K. In 2020, we all know COVID happened. It stayed around 27K. In 2021, it was at 27K again. In 2022, the Air Force missed their goal by 5,000 people. They didn't meet the target. The Navy barely met their target at 33K. And the Army missed their goal by 15,000 soldiers at 45K. In 2023, just 2 years ago, the Air Force finally met their goal. But what they started to do is they started to create a lot of waivers for people to enter. They started to lower a lot of standards. Right before I left recruiting, they actually started to lower test scores that you can get into other career fields. But in 2023, the Navy missed their goal by 6K. And then the Army still came up short in 2023 by 10K. Some key takeaways are the recruiting crisis is very real. It started pretty much around 2020 and on till today. Everybody's struggling to keep these numbers. So I feel that what that gentleman said at the end of that video is very false. It doesn't matter if you give the individuals, put hands on them or not. The numbers of recruits are going to be the numbers of recruits. People don't want to serve their country because people don't want to learn discipline anymore. And that is the problem with all of this. Nobody wants to be disciplined anymore. Everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to feel like they're joining something. You're joining something to volunteer as a volunteer, so it's voluntary. But then you want to decide what you have to go through. No, I think Pete Hegseth is doing a great job. I'm glad they brought him in. He looks the part, as you can see on the video. He's not an out-of-shape guy up there talking about people being in shape. And you know what? I love that he used the words fatty. So before you guys go, I'm going to play it one more time so you guys can hear exactly what he had to say.
Complaints in the military, and that drill sergeants will now be allowed to put their hands on trainees.
Basic training is being restored to what it should be: scary, tough, and disciplined. We're empowering drill sergeants to instill healthy fear in new recruits, ensuring that future warfighters are forged. Yes, they can shark attack, they can toss bunks, they can swear, and yes, they can put their hands on recruits. This does not mean they can be reckless or violate the law, but they can use tried and true methods to motivate new recruits, to make them the warriors they need to be.
That could be very problematic, however.
So as you see, They can use things that have been tried and true. And I stand for it. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you leave a comment on this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I really would love to hear your guys' feedback on how you feel about the defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, and some of the things that he is changing. I highly encourage you all to give your opinion, and I would love to hear it. They're taking away beards. We might as well start putting hands back on them. And your boy's out. Let go. What's good, my Souls of Thought family? It's your boy Norris, and I want to tell you before you leave this video today, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And if you haven't already, make sure you leave a comment, hit the like button, share this content, and make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And as I leave every video, God loves you, which is most importantly, I love you. You're beautiful, and your boy's out. Let go.
Yeah.